Alright guys, welcome to the channel. This is our react video to our Trailblazers versus the Phoenix Suns game. Now I watched this game. This was a really good game. I mean, it was a very good game to test and see where your team is at. Especially if you have a team that you have some deep aspirations for as far as playoffs and championship contention one day. So this was a very good game to test where the team is at. As we can see, the transition defense getting beat right there. Cam Johnson in the corner. Cam Johnson has a big year ahead of him. He has some big shoes to fill as far as Jay Crowder is concerned. I'm one of those who believe the Suns aren't the same team, aren't the same championship contention team without Jay Crowder. As we see Jeremy Grant hit the bucket. Speaking of Jeremy Grant had an off game this game. He didn't play particularly well. He still gave you all the things, all the intangibles. You know, he was playing defense. He's battling on the boards. As we see Dame doing what Dame does. Dame had a great game. Coming off that double screen, it was Anthony with that penetration right there and the follow with Jeremy Grant. See the replay on that. And that's typical Ant. Ant is going to keep attacking. That's one thing I love about Ant, especially this particular game. He wasn't shooting well. After the good performance in game one, he didn't shoot particularly well this game, but he just kept attacking. And as you'll see later on, it definitely pays off. And that's why you keep having that mentality. You don't get down on yourself. Stop shooting, fade off, all of that stuff. He definitely kept his mentality in the game where it's supposed to be. As we see the interior defense here again with Eubanks and Nurkic. Now, Nurkic, I wanted to see how Nurkic really responded from that first game. He had a bad first game. He responded well. Nurkic played very well. One thing that Nurkic has to remember is he doesn't have to do as much. He's not necessarily needed to score in the post. There will be nights that he might have the advantage, so he'll get the ball down there. But most nights, eat off the rim like he did in this game. Eat off the rim, offensive rebounds, flashing down. So we see Dame with a beautiful shot. I mean, like I said, Dame, I don't know what was said. Somebody said something to Dame that lit him. I mean, he was ready. I mean, he said he did some things before the game to have his focus and motivation on another level, but somebody added to that fire because Dame did his thing. As we see Nurk, Nurk will learn. That's what I was saying about Nurk and Eubanks. They're learning to do new things. They're learning where their responsibility is on that interior defense. Do they rotate up? You got Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant. These are good defenders. So there's going to be times you're going to want to trust them. You're not going to want to commit too much. You might just want to hedge over and help that way. But Nurk, you're going to be needed in that interior, man. That big body is much better well served by the rim than out by the three-point line, especially for defense. Fast break right there. The transition defense will get better as well. These are things that, again, that's why I said this is a good game to test and see where your team is at. We'll see Jeremy Grant. That's one thing he can bring. He can stretch it, man. And he, again, like I said, he didn't even have a particularly good game. That kid will be an impact player. We'll see Josh Hart with the finish. Justice Winslow doing what he does. He's another dog. We said last game. I mean, you can always count on him to play hard night in and night out. We see that small lineup. Again, like I said last game, there are going to be times where, you'll go to the small lineup and other times not. This is one of those games we didn't see the small lineup as much. As Nasir Little had a great game off the bench. Nasir Little did fantastic. You'll always, this particular team, you'll have somebody off the bench. It'll probably be somebody different every game who's going to contribute on a high level. I mean, as we see Eubanks with the nice finish, a good lob guy. Like I said, I like his athleticism. I mean, he's a good little player. It's just on that, once we get that defensive awareness amped up, it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. We'll see Nasir Little again off the penetration from Anthony. Anthony did a beautiful job finding his teammates. My goodness. I mean, this team has a lot to build on, And then we mentioned in all of this, as you see, they're right in this game. You know, all the things that they have to work on, they're right in this game. See Dame with the finish over Ayton. I mean, there's only good things that you can see. I mean, I didn't really see too many things that'll have a coach's head down. You know, even in victory. I mean, some victories, trust me, some games you win, you be like, man, we gotta work. And this, obviously, Trailblazers got to put some work in, but this was a game that you can smile about and say, guys, we're not there yet, but we still pulled this, we still fought. We still fought hard. We put ourselves in a position to win. And we won the game. We put ourselves in a position to win, and we won the game. That's what you want to do. As we see Devin Booker just doing what Devin does. We'll get the rotations, sorted out. You're not going to stop everything. You just want to make it hard. That was easy, obviously. Dame, again, high finish off the glass. Dame is so good to where he's already one of the best, but you allow him to take his focus to another level, his motivation to another level. I mean, there's not too many better, if anybody, when Dame is on that level. When Dame is on that level, that's where Dame time comes from. It's unstoppable. When his shoulders and his feet square, he's not going to miss. As we see Devin Booker finish over top of three of the guys. That's where that rim protection. I mean, one thing I did like, Nurk was challenging. Usually Nurk won't even challenge, as we see Ant with the big shot. Like I said, he's a killer. He's not going to stop attacking. And because he kept attacking, he was able to knock that shot down. But as I was saying, as we see Dame, man, give me your square up on that all day long. I haven't seen Dame make too many of those shots fading left or right. But give me Dame squared up and on balance, and I'll take him over anybody when it comes to game-winning shots. But one thing, like I was saying, Nurk was challenging shots. I mean, that's usually Nurk would just kind of concede. He knows he's not going to block it, but Nurk was up there challenging shots, man. Look at him eating off the glass, eating off the rim. I love that. That's what we need from Nurk. Good defense by Josh. I mean, that's just Devin Booker. Mid-range king, him, Brandon Ingram, these guys. Mid-range game is not dead by any means. Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, Now this is where the fortitude and the toughness, the mental toughness comes. Beautiful job by Ant right there. Drawing in the defense, finding Grant. And this is where the trust. Look at Dame, not even worried about it. Ant, do your thing. Beautiful. Right there. Take it into overtime, finish it out, game. That's a beautiful job right there. I would love to have known what Dame had said to Ayton right there. They didn't show it on these highlights, but I would have loved to have seen what Dame had said to Ayton. Ayton tried to ignore him the best he could. But thank you guys for joining us. That was a good game for the Trailblazers, a game to build on, and a game they won. So we'll see you after the Trailblazers versus the Lakers. All right.